to. Okay, so what I'd like to do for today's demo, okay, for about 30 minutes, we're gonna basically pair up with another person, and we're gonna do chair massage. Okay, and the goal is, let's see, who's a volunteer? No, you cannot. You can channel through another person. Can I?
Okay.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have you face that way, okay? And all we're gonna do, we're gonna get this person up, and we don't want her to go forward, because, so the person that's sitting here, also like elevate your run one, purpose in your heart, right? You connect to loving kindness, okay? And I'll do the same thing. And I want to connect to her as well. So when my hand is on her, I want to feel, okay, we talked about 6 points last time. Okay? So if your shoes are like, really elevated on the heel, take off your shoes. So what we want to do is we want to feel on our feet, we have 6 points, solidly, evenly distribute our weight on the ground. And we want to feel like our, we tilt our pelvis a little bit so our knees are soft. We don't want to lock our knees. If I lock my knee, she's going to feel nervous. She's going to feel tense. And purpose in my heart, I connect to loving kindness, I connect to it. And my hands will be on her. Right? And just put it on her for your partner for a few seconds or a minute, however long you feel like. And your eyes are level, not looking down at your hand. So in this way, what we're doing is actually we're establishing a boundary. So my boundary is right at my hand. She has her own connection to loving kindness, and I have mine. I'm not trying to, like Reiki, to channel some of my energy into this person. And I'm not doing medical Qigong where I'm basically, to me, it's even more ridiculous to push my energy into this person at all. I have no concept of like I'm helping this person. That to me is probably one of the hardest things for us to do, because we're taught over and over again that we're helping other people. We can't help another person. Why? Because she has her own choice. She has her own purpose. If a person can help another person, Buddha or Jesus will have already done this. They want to, I guarantee you, but they can't. So when we're doing this, all we're trying to do is to make sure we are comfortable. Not she, not her, but I feel comfortable. I feel aligned, with the earth, with the heaven. However I want it. I feel at ease. I'm not nervous. And to me, that's really take time to do that. Okay. So when you put your hands here, you want to feel like you're actually not trying to push down. You're not trying to do this. You're not actually holding your hand. The exercise that we did last time, you may remember this, right? It's like the hand that's on top is a wet noodle. Okay? It's a mop that's filled with water. Okay? Put our hands here, so she feels our weight of the hand, okay? And that's it. Okay? And we're as relaxed as we possibly can. Our relaxation is going to translate into her. Did that work on you last time?
It did.
If you have a chance to work on her, she's a treasure in this class. Okay? Because what's interesting to me, honestly, you're the first person that I work on. It's like if I don't feel comfortable, you tense up right away, like immediately. If I move one step further from my comfortable position, her body reacts right away. You're not pretending, which is very, very interesting. Okay, so if you have a chance to work on her, okay, it will be will be tremendous for us, right? If you feel she's tense, that means you are. It doesn't mean she is. It just means you are.
You mean that I tense up when
I tense up, or when my thought changes.
When your thought changes, my body tenses up?
Yeah. Oh. Your left shoulder, yes. You have a magical left shoulder. That's a very, very fine instrument.
I wonder if my right shoulder would act the same way.
Or was it right or left? I don't remember.
It was on my left side.
So left shoulder, left side is our emotional side. Okay? Normally our left side is more perceptive, okay, of energy. Okay? So if we're constantly on guard, or if we're constantly receiving potential threats, that's intuition. So you're probably very extremely intuitive. Boom, it comes in. You know, and it can be a thought, can be anything. So when we talk about stimulus, right, we're actually far beyond sight and sound and smell and taste and feel. So the first thing we do is, right, just put it in our hands, right, and then we can try to lower ourselves, right, while we continue to maintain the same feeling. Okay, we grab a hand and we sort of put our wrist where the elbow is, okay, or as close to it. Again, and again, if I'm far, right, I'm stressing myself. Okay? So this exercise is really to say, okay, what exactly is the distance where I will feel the most comfortable? Okay? And then once I feel comfortable and balanced, right, I can move my rim one, right, and feel like I'm actually drawing a circle. And because my hand, my elbow, and everything else is sort of like connected properly. Okay? When I move my rim one, the whole thing moves. Okay? So I'm literally drawing a circle. And the other hand can point to anywhere I want. Okay? So this hand with very, very imperceptible pressure, very, very little pressure. Okay? It's almost like I'm actually I'm moving, right? But what I'm really trying to do is to unlock whatever the other hand. Okay? So I'm moving with this hand, right? So this is her mobility. She's so relaxed right now.
Like as I'm sitting here, when you're saying whenever you touch me, I just feel more relaxed.
And these are the moments where I feel like I just love you. I don't have any other words to say. I feel connected to you. Isn't that rewarding? We all have our west wings until we find something or somebody who doesn't judge us. It can be a pet. Can be just me, or can be you. So when we're doing this, right, this hand is our sensing hand. Right? So this hand is the motion hand. Right? So in Tui Na, right, so this hand comes back, this hand actually has a tendency to move forward. Okay? So all of a sudden we're doing this, right? And this hand, because I'm not using my hand to poke, right? So anytime we have energy in the hand becomes rigid and we're transmitting. So when I don't do that, my hand is receiving. So we're actively communicating. Okay? That's when I can, feel like, oh, she is so relaxed. So let's do that. Okay? Simple thing to do. Right? The key is how comfortable we are, the person that's standing. Okay, if you're tall like Gloria, right, you can grab another seat, right, and basically just do this. It will be the same. Okay? So when we sit down, be mindful of our sit bone, right, and do the same thing. Okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So later on, when we do the COVID, right, when we start to do the COVID thing, right, this becomes very essential. If we try to, if we try to provide or perform the COVID treatment and we are out of balance, we're not doing anybody a favor. Okay? We're not doing it. Okay? So let's do that. Pair up. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
One. Purpose in your heart, and just connect to loving kindness. Okay? Your eyes are level, okay? Not looking up. Okay? Not looking at our hands doesn't mean our eyes are looking at the other direction. It just means level. Our eyes are level. See, these simple things are not that simple. Okay? But this is the direction we're going to go. Okay? And relax our hands. Right? Our hands are just like the Weimar. So when we are more and more and more relaxed, the person will feel it. Okay? And the person who is sitting, do the same. No clenching fists. Okay? As if like, what's this person's gonna do to me? Okay? So the person who sits, mindful of your sit bones. Elevate your perineum, or run one. Purpose in your heart. Connect to loving kindness. Connect to the person that's behind you. When we do this, we start to trust. Because we're going through a different channel. We're not connecting to this person's hands or behaviors or how experienced this person is, or what degree this person has. We're connecting to this person's heart. A lot of times, honestly, that's all it takes. You don't have to do a thing. If the person can do this, he's softened, or he or she is softened already. So once you feel this, and take your time. Okay? Do take your time. Adjust whatever you need to adjust. Okay? Move back one step, or a little step, okay? And feel. Is it different? Move further away from that person. Or much further away. And see how it feels. Find adjust. Okay? That's when we build our first-hand experience. What if I feel, there's an energy that's pulling me up, ever so slightly, my whole person. And again, looking straight ahead to infinity, not looking up. And then get a little bit closer. And closer, and closer, and see how you feel. Again, it's how you feel. Okay? It's not how I did it. Right? How you feel. So in school, there are plenty of people that we can do this with. Okay? So when I was going through this school, I actually work on 3 to 5 person a day. I was going to, I finished school actually in 9 semesters. So I was here every day. Okay. So I made it a point where I would work on 3 to 5 people a day. How long? 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. It doesn't really matter. Okay. It's the same with Wing Chun. It's like, okay, I just want to get close to a person and just feel his hand or whatever. Okay. I just want to be able to judge my distance properly. This is judging our distance. So when we do this enough, we'll be able to see a person and we're automatically in the right place, or in the most empowering, in the most relaxation, in the most relaxing position. you do other things, right, you will know. Like I was a photographer, so as a photographer, I need to be in the right place. I need to be in the place where I can take a photo, right? So over time, I know where I need to be for some bizarre reason, right? So we're building muscle memory, right? So that's why experiment, okay? So, move, however you want to move, experiment. And see how you feel. So in 29, always goes back to how we feel, not the other person. If we focus on that, you will progress really, really, really fast. Otherwise, you feel very lost. Okay, not only will you progress fast, you will also invent your own, 29 whatever. And if you need to repeat it, you may not be able to, because the person that you're working on is a different person. Well, maybe it's the same person, but it's a different condition now. So there are people who said, like, John, I want to learn everything from you. I said, I don't even know what I have. I know how to approach it. So we're learning how to approach this. Okay, if you feel comfortable, right, grab one of the arm, right, put your wrist right near the elbow, and then before you lift it up, okay, let's do this again. Okay, before you lift it up, protect the other person's shoulder. Okay? Let's say you want to lift the left arm, right? Use your right hand to protect the left shoulder, or the other way around. Okay, what if this person has a frozen shoulder, and we're going like this? This person is not going to feel safe. Right? So the way to do this, can I grab you very shortly? Okay. So the way to do this, okay, you sit here. Okay. So the way to do this is to be able to do this, right, and put a hand right here to protect the shoulder, right, and then gradually come up and to a point where you feel like there's a little bit of resistance. That's when you stop. Okay. For some people it can be high. For her, it's right around here. Okay. And then we can use this hand to go into, let's say, the scapular area, right? Like, this is actually pretty blocked. Right? See, we have all these treasures in the, when you, honestly, if you unblock this, okay, within the next 2 years, you'll be the greatest doctor. Okay? So this condition that you have will serve its purpose. Isn't that great? Right? Honestly. Because everybody you see is going to have the same condition. And you have the first-hand experience to resolve this. It's not a problem. It's a gift. Okay? Cool. All right. So, So what I did with Angela, right? Yes. Was actually I was doing this and I was doing that, right? But for her shoulder, because her shoulder is very, very rigid, right? What I want to do is actually go into that's why it's hard to teach this thing, okay? Because everybody's different, right? There's no protocol, right? How you feel. Your shoulder was fine, so that's why I was able to do that, right? And you were able to relax, right? But when I lift this, she's like, oh no, right? So she's another treasure, like somebody else, right? Like you, okay? So she's very, very reactive to danger, right? What does that mean? What is she protecting herself against? See? Now it's very interesting, right? So now we're going into another level. This is not just physical, right? We're going to a different level, right? Yeah. So when we feel that, we protect even more. It's like we sense that fear, we sense that protection. So instead of her protecting herself, we're going to make sure that we are protecting her. See her? She immediately loosen up. Immediately. Because I am protecting her. Right? Because this hand is right at the shoulder joint, right? This hand is right at the scapula, right? And I'm still doing the same thing. I'm still moving my ring one. I'm still drawing the circle. All of a sudden, she knows her shoulder cannot be hurt. There's no way in this world her shoulder is going to be damaged. but her scapula is moving. Okay, most of the shoulder issues are scapular issues. Okay, because the scapula is locked. Okay, why is the scapula locked? Because in this position, that's how we protect ourselves all the time. So the scapula over a long time to say, okay, if you want me to be in this position, I'm gonna get locked up. Okay, so she has this angel wing. Okay, so she's an angel, right? Good. So again, everybody's different. Okay, what I'm sharing again is just principle. So it's not like, okay, John said, okay, once we do that, we go here and then we, right? No, please don't. Okay. So honestly, when I do this, she feels different. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Thank you. So again, this step, okay, from here to here, even if it's just 2 inches, right? Let's say from here to here. Let's say if we just elevate this, okay. If I feel like right here, even when before I move, she's actually protecting right now. Right? Even before I move, I feel this resistance. I'm gonna change. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna elevate you this way, and she's okay with that. Okay. But if I try to do this, she will say, when is this session gonna end? Okay, I don't want to work with this person anymore. But I'm a nice person, so I'm not gonna say anything. Okay? All right? Okay.
John, what do you mean protecting the shoulder?
Okay. So you will feel. Come and feel. Okay?
Too much feeling already.
If you're feeling overload, this will be your last feeling for this class.
Okay.
Okay? So what you want to do is you come in, right? You put a hand, let's say your wrist, your eyes are level, right? And you're gonna feel like, okay, you're gonna go down a little bit, and you're gonna rise, okay? And when you rise, can you feel like?
Yeah, I feel this. Like,
beautiful,
yeah.
right? That's it. Okay, there isn't a whole lot.
So how are you protecting your shoulder
Okay.
from that?
So you do this,
Uh-huh.
and you put your palm right here, so you're protecting the joint, right?
Protecting the joint from over rotating, or?
Yes. So it basically says, okay, I'm gonna protect this.
Oh, okay.
You're literally right. Beautiful.
like
see,
calming.
now the other hand comes up, right?
Oh.
And just by doing that, then you gradually raise your.
Oh wow, that is so cool.
Let's give her a round of applause.
Oh, perfect.
But it's all you at the same time, right? Because you.
I feel like everyone should do this.
That
is so cool.
See, now you have your first-hand experience.
I have a left side too.
Left side.
Yeah, we got you a left side.
I'm amazed. I feel like you should try. Everyone should try. That is
No,
so
everyone.
cool.
Actually, even if you do this,
Left side.
right?
Left
Actually,
side.
she resists too. Okay.
This is third.
Yeah, because her shoulders are coming in, or her shoulders leaning front. Right?
Yeah.
See, this she resists, right? But if I do this, there's no resistance, right? Because we're literally pushing her structure forward. Okay? Try this. You have the same feeling.
But is the resistance like a sign of something that shouldn't be there, or
Okay, so
it's just
the
normal?
resistance really is a structural issue.
It is a structural issue.
It is a structural issue, right? So let's say if you move my hand, right? Let's say if you do this, right? And you try this, right? No, don't protect me, right? And you just do this, right? And just raise my arm,
Yeah.
right? And try this. Keep trying. Okay. Do you
Yeah.
feel resistance?
Not really. Maybe
Okay,
a little
just
bit
keep
right
just keep
here.
going. Just keep going, right?
Hold on, I'm not doing it the proper way. Oh, a little bit, yeah, right here.
Or just heaviness.
Yeah, a little heavier.
But if I do this, okay, try it again, okay?
Oh, yeah.
See? Okay, it's a structural issue,
Oh, cool.
right? Because she is doing this, or it's a habit of doing this. So that's why I'm saying it's a protection. Okay? When you overprotect yourself for a long time, this comes in. Honestly, 2 years ago, right? We met for about 2 years. 2 years ago,
Yeah.
she's like this. As an opera singer, I couldn't believe it's like your shoulders are like this and you sing beautifully. So you're honestly so open up already, right? And yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. Right? So a lot of times, very few people have good shoulders, to be honest with you. Even they have good shoulders, it's because they think that, oh, I need a good posture. They're actually tighten, their muscle tighten. Okay? So the goal, honestly, I do not have perfect shoulder either. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I couldn't go up and down stairs. So I'm still in the process of resolving my own issues, right? And that's a journey, right? And to me, that's a gift, like yourself, right? It's like, oh my goodness, I'm always like this. Oh, I have things to protect me. Right? And when you resolve that, you're like, oh, thank you, trauma. Okay, yeah. So let's continue, okay? Yeah.
Mind blown.